Place your tiles and build the best dino farm. This is our preview of Dino Dino.
Dino Dino is a tile placement pattern building game where you earn more points when you place your dinosaurs next to the food they need.
It's a small box, family-friendly game that's fun to play and easy to learn, and we'll tell you more about it after this quick how to play. Each player starts off with a random start tile made up of 3 different colored sections.
On each player's turn, they can do one of 2 actions. They can either place a land tile or place a dinosaur.
Land tiles are placed onto other land tiles. You can either cover 1 space or 2, but never 3.
Dinos must be placed on at least 1 matching color.
Players will earn points for every corresponding food that is touching their dinos.
Some dinos need meat, some need fish, and some need leaves. And the omnisaurs are wild, so they can eat anything.
Whenever the last land tile or the last dino is placed, that's the end of the game. And the player with the most points from their dinos wins.
We were sent a copy of Dino Dino by the creator so that we can do this preview video. So thank you Bannan Games for sending us a copy of the game.
One of the first things you'll notice about Dino Dino is that it's a nice small box game. All the components fit into this nice tiny box so you can easily take it almost anywhere and play it with almost anybody.
And if you didn't notice, it is dino themed, so that does check off one box on my list of interests.
It is dino themed, but it's not super dino themed. It's basically a pattern game, tile placement. You try to organize it and play the dinos into the correct patterns. So I like that they didn't try to copy every other dinosaur game that we like. They made their own game and it just happens to be dino themed, which is always fun.
In the beginning, when you learn the rules and you're placing the tiles, it sounds simple, right? But then when we played, I'd sit there and I'd place the tile and I'd be like, oh, I did that wrong. Why did I even do that? So it does get a little frustrating as you have to think ahead and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put my fish there. I need to put my blue dinosaur here, so let's save some room so I don't overlap another fish.
It reminds me of a Rubik's Cube where you have to be planning 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. You gotta turn this here to turn that here so that 3 turns down the line, you'll have it all lined up. It's kind of like that with this. Okay, I'm gonna place this here, knowing that 3 turns from now, I'm gonna play a food there, then I'll be able to play my dinosaur and all the food will line up and I won't end up covering over anything, or I'll be able to play my dinosaur in the right spot. It does take a lot of planning and I really do enjoy that with puzzle games. And I think this does a really good job at that.
So there is a drafting component in it that helps you somewhat interact with other people. So for example, if there's a land tile you want and you want it to stay there before it gets to you, however, if someone else gets it, you're like, okay, time to pivot. I'll just buy the dinosaur now.
One of the components of this game is when you play a land tile, you get the food that's on it. So if you have 2 foods, you choose either the fish or the meat, but most of the time it's 1 food and that's what you're going after. So this one is the fish, which would be these little circles right here. So you have fish, and then you have the leaves, and then you have the meat. You get those as you play the land tiles, and then when you have enough, then you can purchase your dinosaurs. So this particular dinosaur, which also happens to be a sea turtle, it requires 2 fish in order to play it. So you would have to have played 2 land tiles that have 2 fish, line them up correctly, take your 2 fish, get the dinosaur, be able to play it on a blue tile, and then still have the fish next to it to earn points at the end of the game. It's not super complicated, but in order to get those really high scores, you really do have to be thinking a lot. You can play this without thinking, but you may not get a great score. So if you want to be great at this game, it requires a lot of thinking.
So while you're playing your land tiles and building your little dinosaur land, you still have to watch what every other player is doing, because if everyone's going for the green dinosaurs, then you know, okay, I maybe shouldn't be going for the green dinosaurs or any of the other ones. So just kind of keep an eye on that, and then also keep track of how many resources you have, because these little cards that you have just let you know, like, okay, you have a max of 8. So once you reach that max, you gotta get rid of them somehow, either buy a dinosaur or switch them out when you place more land tiles. I recommend buy the dinosaur. So overall, I think I'm gonna add this game to my list of games that I have in my bag, because I know this is just a prototype, so the pieces may change. However, from what I see now and how it plays, I think it's something to have.
Overall, I think this game is a lot of fun, and it's great for families because you can have it for every level of gamer in your family. If I had just played this game at a friend's house or just played it at a game night or something, I would definitely look into it, either buy it or back it on Kickstarter. That's how much I enjoyed it when we were playing this game.
If you'd like to back Dino Dino, check out our description for all the Kickstarter information.
And that was our preview of Dino Dino.
What'd you think? Are you ready to plot out your dino land? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're enjoying our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny. I go party like a board gamer.